Welcome to St Lucia Experience, recorded here in St Lucia Beaches by Petrus Vivius and his favorite beach, Pardette. Good morning. Yes, it's Petrus and Pardette here with your morning beach walk. There's no sunrise, so it doesn't help me try and do a sunrise. It's very overcast. We want to see what damage did the gale force wind do to our lovely estuary mouth. It looks quite severe. Let's get closer and have a look. The gale force winds had a severe impact here on the estuary mouth. It's now truly trying to do something to the north. I don't know if I can call it pivot or migrate, but it's happening to the north. We can see the sediment wash over here, and yeah, if this sea sand mixes with that bentonite, we've got cement. It's happening. I don't know how it's going to affect the management of the estuary mouth in the future, but it's happening. We are busy building a north pier here that's going to take some major earth moving equipment to remove it. Now, I see on Facebook on the illegal drone footage that's been taken of the St Lucia estuary mouth, people want to remove this sandbar here. The sandbar here at the moment is preventing more ocean-borne sediment from entering the estuary mouth, and if this sea sand mixes with that bentonite, we bugger. So you remove this barrier, you're going to have the ocean push all the sand in like it did now, but right onto the bentonite, and then we cementing close the estuary mouth completely. We're cementing it close. The water doesn't scour the bentonite, it just runs over it. While we're sweeping the lay of the land here, just a shout out to Zuti Dad from Ntimzini for sponsoring the extreme water level update video, and of course Jordan for providing us Impimpi to do it. And there we've got some hippos getting out of the water, part of 3 or 4 of them. Without all the support, financial support, these videos won't be possible, people. As you'll hear if you go on Fanas's boat cruise, hippos can't swim. They have to walk on the bottom of the lake, estuary, river, wherever, pond, wherever they are, to get from point A to point B. They come up to breathe every now and then. Guys, some interesting facts about hippos on the Fanas estuary cruise. Offices in Mackenzie Street, St Lucia Estuary. Some roosting yellowbill stork. Still very cold for them to start fishing, but in the foreground we've got a little egret fishing. And there you go. Hippos getting too close to comfort for me, so I move towards the ski boat club tractor here, so I can get onto something. Don't know what I'm going to do with Pardette if they decide to come this way, but that we'll see when it happens. In the water level update video, we saw this channel is between 3 and 4 meter deep. The opposite side is the Mfolozi channel, beach channel, and there where the hippos stand, coming up to breathe, not quite that deep. The boat life early in the morning here at St Lucia Experience is amazing. Some of them is just basking in the sun for heat, some of them are feeding, others are just running up and down for fun. I don't know what birds do. I don't speak bird. This morning the water that's exiting is quite clean, ocean green clean. So there must have been a lot of water entering the system from the ocean side during the night. It's very sad that Minister Barbara Greasy doesn't grab the opportunity of developing a management plan now in the winter time, while we're waiting for the summer rain, the summer scouring, everything to take place. All the planning should be done in the winter. Minister Barbara Greasy doesn't see the urgency in that. Once again, the hard-pressed communities of Sekulu and the other regions in Nebele Peninsula, and those have been made promises, and Minister Barbara Greasy is just putting them on the back burner. All those promises is just being put on the back burner. Pardette is scared I'm getting on a tractor and driving home. Pardette, ek gaan nie trekker ry vandag nie, kom. Now what is very sad is Minister Barbara Greasy agreeing that this is a mess, and she hasn't appointed the panel of scientists that is supposed to advise the Isimangaliso Wetland Park Authority on how to go about to clean up the mess. She's dragging her feet. The winter months are supposed to be for preparation and planning, so in the summer months it can be managed. But the minister doesn't understand the severity of the task ahead of her. And she thinks by ignoring it and dragging her feet, it will repair itself. It doesn't, Minister. You are just becoming part of the problem. A lot of the questions I get in the comment is, why doesn't the ski boat launch from the ski boat club? Maybe this will bring it into perspective. Maybe that will bring it into perspective. People say they watch my videos every day and then they ask me this question on WhatsApp. Guys, if you watch my videos every day, you won't ask the question. There's lots and lots and lots of footage that shows why the ski boats can't launch from the ski boat club. This mud has cemented shut the estuary basin. This is what I call the estuary basin. The man-made wall that was built by the Global Environmental Fund in 2017, and then behind the man-made wall is a basin, and that should function as an estuary system, but there's just too much sediment, and I don't know if the scientists are going to keep the integrity of the estuary basin and just remove some of the sediment, which would be quite easy with just a little bit of agitation of the mud. It will clear out the sediment quite comfortably. People still don't understand the ocean-borne sediment. That is the sediment that comes from the sea sand, washed into the estuary. And in the 1980s and 90s, there used to be a dredger in front of the ski boat club that dug a sediment pit where this sediment was trapped, and then it was put back onto the beach with the dredger pipe. Minimum human interference, but in 2006 the operation was stopped by Andrew Zulunas. A layer of clean water moving in from the south. crossing right in front of the estuary mouth. 5-star went hunting for snook south today. The water is much cleaner to the south than to the north because of the southeasterly gale force winds that was blowing the last 2 days. There's also scientists that claims that the crocodiles are losing their teeth because of lead poisoning. Now I don't dispute that because I know lead poisoning has been addressed for many years in the estuary since it's a fairly low energy system. But since the study was done in 2019 and it's the article that was written about the scientific paper blames recreational fishermen. That is very irresponsible of News 24, and I ask you people to uncapture yourself from mass media. Think about it. Since 2006 the estuary hasn't been functioning for the recreational fishermen. So where did all the lead come from, and how did the crocodiles consume it? I'm pretty confident that there's other reasons for this, but because your minds are captured in mass media, you don't ask yourself the question. And yes, there's a lot of affluent water flowing into the estuary from 5 rivers, basically 6. And we should find the lead poisoning somewhere else and cure the problem, not blame the fishermen. Blaming the fishermen doesn't solve the problem, people. And now ask the public, everybody, whether you're fishermen or not, uncapture your mind from mass media, because they are controlling every thought. They're controlling your God-given right to freedom of choice. God created us, man, with free will. But you're handing this free will on a platter to mass media. So actually, you're making mass media your demigod. Please uncapture your mind from mass media. Fishing conditions is basically excellent from the estuary mouth back there all the way through, because the tide is keeping back a lot of the push from the water flowing out. And here we've got a nice little gully, perch salmon gully, even yellowfin bream, grunter. And this gully will be here up until 3-4 hours after high tide. Fishable, lot of food for whatever prevailing fish that will pasture. Still some beautiful fishing conditions here on the outgoing tide. Lovely gully to the north of the estuary mouth. It's a flat sandbank. I won't call it a gully, but hell, this is salmon water of note. Absolutely fantastic. Pardette is cheerful now that she realized I'm not going to put her in a car. We're going to walk back. Nee, Pardette, is prachtig hier op die strand, papa. Yeah, she's always sulking if she thinks I'm going to drive in a car. Yeah, she hates riding in a car. Some mornings we just have to help him, Wiseman. We have to. You can see how the ocean has been digging the last couple of evenings here with the gale force wind right into this pre-dune area. I don't know what this is, but it's beautiful. Amazing what one can see if you're awake when you walk on the beach. Small little fish As I say, I don't know what it is. But just look at those colors. Amazing. Here at Ingwe Beach, a piece of the old sandbag dollar cement setup. And yeah, that's how strong the ocean current is. Normally from south to north. But this one was delivered here, deposited here with a ocean surge south to north. So yeah, just interesting sight. About a 40-50 kilogram cement block washed out here on the beach above the high water mark by the ocean. Vanna's docking next to the tame crocodile here at Sunset Jetty. Crocodile forced into human interaction because there's no way that she can get out and lie and bask in the sun. Vanna's coming back from the sunset cruise that I was supposed to be on today, but things just got hectic. Just got busy. Just look at that current, how it swings the boat out. Just listen to this. In front of Sunset Jetty, the water is 2.7 meters deep. 2.7 meters deep. In front of Sunset Jetty. But here's the but. The water level there is basically above spring tide, high tide. But let's work from spring tide, high tide. Let's say that is spring tide, high tide water level. Then it would be about 2.7 to 2.9 meters. Let's work on 2.7 meters. Let's take away 2.7 meters from this water level. Over here we will just have mud. A little bit to the left will be 2.1 meters of mud, under mud. Hi guys, if you're not subscribed to the channel yet, please click on the photo of me and Pardette and you'll be subscribed. It's absolutely for free. YouTube don't charge you a cent. I don't charge you a cent. Everything is for free if you subscribe. It will help sustain me and Pardette in St Lucia and improve our quality of life. Thank you.